Hello everybody, welcome to the 14th episode of my Create Astral Let's Play series. Last episode we finished off by getting this wonderful AE system going on right here. And as you guys probably saw from right there, all the chests I had upstairs, all the chests I had over here, I put them all into my system. I had to pull my wrench back out because I actually put it in there. And now that we have all this stuff in the enemy system, we have one central place we can craft. However, there's a couple things about this. If I want to use the wall crafting terminal, I can't go past right here. Maybe I can't go past here. It's right here. There we go. I can't go past this block right here, otherwise I get outside of the range. But that's not too bad. We can start working on that later. However, I don't want to just yet because I don't think I have enough energy for being able to kind of support more range. However, that's part of the things we're going to work on today. As I mentioned at the end of last episode, what I want to work on today is actually a little bit of quest progression. Namely, I want to unlock the advanced circuits. Because using these advanced circuits, what I can get is a ultimate solar panel. And ultimate solar panels do 40. They generate 48 energy per tick. I don't really know what the energy system in this is, but I'm just it's just energy. So we need 2 of these circuits per panel. And if you guys are curious, right now these are producing 28. So one solar panel, which is producing 48, is essentially doubling what I already have. What I'll probably have to do with this as well is start working on some other powers. I guess I'll probably dive a little bit into Tech Reborn in general, so I can get the Tech Reborn, like things like the MFE, which is used to store power, so I can have a power storage in the MFE as well as having power storage right here under my guy to have the dense energy cell to keep this guy powered as well. As you can see, I have 800,000 available storage in my network itself. So what I'm going to need to do right now to get this started is need to get a rolling machine, which I do already have. Now, as I mentioned, I am not going to be automating this until I get my applied energistics to have a certain amount of power, because I want to have this automated with things like storage buses, export buses, and import buses. For example, I would have to get some sort of export bus to export copper wire into here, and then a liquid export bus to get liquid silver exported into here. I also don't really have silver automated yet, so once I get this guy set up, and once I get power set up over here, the next thing I'll probably do is setting up automated silver, but that's, again, a little bit of a future project. So what I need to do now is I need to build another one of these guys for the advanced circuits. So if we go to add advanced, might be easier, just pull it up over here and then pop in it right there. So it looks like all the advanced circuits needs is to get hit with an Astral plate, but that's where this comes in, and we need to have a integrated circuit hit by 64 electrified pins. And that turns into an incomplete circuit, which is then we can use to get the advanced circuit. Now, I think I'm just going to do that all in one line because I consider it all the same. So what we're going to have to do is get integrated circuits plugged on over. That way we can then pull our integrated circuits out of here and put it over there, but that's going to have to be done by like an export bus or something. So what I'm going to probably do right now is go ahead and make myself a whole bunch of more silver in here so I can start getting myself more of these integrated circuits, because I only have 2 left after all the stuff I've done. And I'm also going to build out a little bit of an area right here that I can use to actually go ahead and start making the circuit itself. Alrighty guys, this is what I have for the automated line of making the advanced circuits. Well, semi-automated at the moment. What I will have eventually is I will have an export bus exporting gold nuggets into here. These gold nuggets are then pushed out of the storage unit into the rolling mill right here, which is then turning those nuggets into these pins. The pins are going through 2 storage units down below, which is then inputting it up into the depot right here. This Tesla coil is then energizing those pins. I did just make another alternator and connect it with a wire right there. It's passive, it's slow, but it works. And I have the electrified pins being pulled out, brought up into here, and then putting into the deployer right here. This then has the Astral plates, which it will then suck out, or I guess then push into it, and then finally we get hit with the hammer to give us our advanced. Sorry about that right there, my headset died. So what we have next is, all I should have to do is, I guess I never put a circuit inventory, and then we can take it right here and just pop this guy right here, and it should continuously go that until it gets us a complete circuit. Once it gets us the complete circuit, we can then put it into here and lock it so never takes anything out besides the advanced circuit, and then we can then have it input from over here, then export over here, which will then have it stamped by that Austrian plate and then hammered down, as I said, to get our advanced circuit. That looks like we got our incomplete circuit, so we can just pop it in here. We can do in from the left, auto input, and then on the right, we can do auto output. And with that, we get ourselves an advanced integrated circuit. We can put that in here, and just say it's in from the back. Now, I need 4 to complete this quest. So, ooh, I get a whole bunch of gold pins. That's actually kind of nice. So what we'll do is just put these gold pins down here. That's enough to make 2 circuits. So what we have to do now is, honestly, I just need to wait until I can get 3 more advanced circuits. Then once we get 3 more advanced circuits, we can complete this quest here, and then we can start working on some other cool stuff right here. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to wait for myself to get enough pins. You can see I'm pretty close to having enough pins. I don't know why that's not filling up. Probably because I don't have an output. No, I don't have an output, so it would probably be fine to put another one in right now. Actually, I can just do that to get one out. So what I'm going to do is just wait for all these guys to be ready. Then once we get the 4th one, we can complete this quest and then move on to start getting some of the wonderful solar panels. We have ran through it 4 times, guys, to get our 4 integrated circuits. With that, we can complete this quest. It looks like some budding amethyst, which is, I'm guessing, we'll be able to automate this with applied energistics so that we can get automated amethyst. However, that's awesome and all. What we do, remember, guys, down below here, I don't have a way to show you right now, but down below here, there's an amethyst geode that has probably like 100 of these down there, like probably 30 or 40 blocks down. So I may use this, but I may use that as well. So we'll see about using that. But now that we have that quest complete, I want to start working on getting our ultimate solar panel. Now the recipe is actually very, very easy. All it requires is 2 of these integrated, 2 of these advanced circuits, an advanced machine frame, some reinforced glass, and some diamond dust. Now you guys can see I already crafted diamond dust. You just go ahead and put your diamonds in a grinder. To get an advanced frame is also very easy. You just take a lead plate and right click it on a basic machine frame, and you can get yourself the advanced machine frame, which looks like that was a quest as well. To get the reinforced glass is also very easy as well. Just get yourself some glass. I think it was like this. And then take your 2 lead plates and put it right there to get yourself some advanced glass. And then finally, to get the the ultimate solar panel, you can just shift click it out, and now we have ourselves ultimate clean energy. So for this first solar panel, I want to put it on my Tesla coil here because this goes very slow, and the faster this goes, the more I can get. Now, I don't know if this has some sort of output or not, or if I need to like make it, you know, strictly do something different. Hopefully this doesn't disappear when I break it with my pickaxe. Okay, good. So let's see if putting this right here outputs it. So it looks like putting it on top does instantly output it, which is very nice. Which means this should be going a lot faster now. At least I'm hoping it's going to go a lot faster now. It looks like it's going faster, so that's all that matters, is that it's going as fast as possible now. It looks like it generates based on the time of day, and since the sun is on the setting side, I'm guessing that's why it's producing less energy per tick, which is fine. It's unfortunate, but it's fine. This should at the very least get us faster electric pins, and then we can use that to, you know, get more of these circuits, and then we can use those circuits to get more solar panels. So what I'm probably going to do now is I am going to, once again, I'm going to probably wait to get myself a few more of these guys, because I want to set up, I think, let's see, for over here, where does this actually bring me out? So that's where it brings me out. So I'm just trying to see where it brings out so I know where my solar panels are going to about be. So I think my goal would probably be to get 4 solar panels over here, which means I'm going to need 6 more of these advanced integrated circuits. And remember, these are the only hard part in getting this guy right here. Diamond dust, easy. I have a whole bunch of diamonds in my applied energy system. Reinforced glass, I have infinite lead because of my Ostrom farm, or my Mars farm. Glass, I smelt sand. And then finally, the advanced machine frame. We have basic machine frames semi-automated downstairs, so this is also a very easy thing to do. So I'm going to go ahead and make myself... Actually, I think I have some basic machine frames left in here anyways. So we'll get ourselves 4 of these. I'll do some of this stuff with you guys right here because I might as well. We'll just get ourselves 4 more of these. It takes a little bit to mine these guys, probably because they're reinforced, or I guess advanced. And I do have more of my lead plates already being crafted on up downstairs. Probably shouldn't be taking damage right now, because I want to be as ready as possible. So we got a whole bunch of these more in here, and get this eventually. Yeah, I just like spam clicking until I get it. So reinforced glass, we can just go ahead and make ourselves a little bit more in the... Oh, looks like my thing is still cursoring over here. That is fine, so I'll just type in glass. I wonder if I can use this glass over here. But I want to use this glass I already have right here just in case I can't. And let's see, we'll make ourselves... That sounds good. It's probably enough. Take our lead plates back out because I think I'm going to need those. And with that, we should have pretty much all the stuff we need outside of... Actually, I might as well throw some diamonds into the grinder as well. Let's see. Diamondal. I think I'm going to need 12 of these for 4 more. Yeah, 4 more. So that's 3 each to 12 more. So once again, guys, I'm going to wait for all this resources to be ready. I'm pretty much just waiting on the electric pins to be done now. And then we can go ahead and make ourselves a... I think I'm also going to get ready to make myself a battery box because I think it's called an MFE. So what this requires is a basic machine frame. We have one of those, and it requires some silver plates and some of these guys, which actually might be able to just craft right now. Let's see if we go ahead and craft it right now. I think we have the materials to craft it. So MFE. We should have all the stuff to make an MFE now. And what's great about this is it can store 4 million power. So what I can probably do is we'll just come right here. We'll have it facing downwards. That should be the output. And then we can just get ourselves some of these gold cables again. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some gold cables. Gold cables. We can just very simply go right here. And then I won't want to move it just yet because we don't have it set up. But once that is ready, we can just pop it down here. And I wonder if we need an energy acceptor for this as well, to be honest with you. Because I don't know if this is going to be different. Energy acceptor. So I can probably just pop this right here, honestly. And that should give us all the power we need. So all I need to do now is, hopefully, I get enough pins and we get everything ready in that regard. Now these diamonds should almost be done. Yeah, we only got 1 left to go over there. Then let's see, I want to clear my inventory out a little bit. This is my favorite part about the inventory is I can just dump stuff in here that I don't need right now. I do actually want that energy acceptor. Energy acceptor, because I want to keep the inventory just in case. We can throw that away. And it looks like we're pretty much there. How many pins do I have? Ready? So pins are stacking up nice and well right now, so we can get 2 more of these circuits going. So 1, 2. We'll just pop this in here, and you guys can probably tell I did move this guy back 1 because for some reason the hammer wasn't exactly working when it was right next to it, so I think I gave it just an extra 1, and now it's been working every single time. So let's go downstairs and get ourselves our diamond dust, and we should be able to just go ahead and make all these at least a few solar panels right now. We should have everything in our inventory. What I'm going to do as well is, do I have any more of that gold wire? I think I might have put it away accidentally. I think I definitely did put it away. So we're going to break this right here. Let's put the gold right there. And what we're going to do is very simple. Now is the MFE capable? No, it's not. So if I use the gold cable, this actually might explode. So what I'm going to do instead of using the gold cable is look up something else. Because what happens, I don't know if this is the same for Tech Reborn as it was for Industrial Craft, but the MFE, it has, you can see an output, and max output and input of 128. At most, we will be doing more than that with these guys. So if I put more on this, I don't know if this is going to explode or not, so I don't want to risk that. So instead of having that, we're going to go to @Tech Reborn and look for the cables that is only 128, which is in fact these copper cables right here. Do I have any copper cables actually? So what I'm going to do is pretty simply just this. Then we can put the 4 solar panels right around here. And it looks like we got Looks like I didn't want to use that one. So it looks like I can only input one of these guys at a time. We can go ahead and probably at least get one of these guys crafted up now. And then all I should have to do is just take this guy. Now this is high tier, but I don't know if high tier changes anything. So putting this guy here is generating that, and it should be filling this guy up right now. Perfect. And then once this guy finishes over here, we should be able to throw another one in. And it looks like the pins are slowly getting ourselves all the way up there. And it looks like we're definitely have enough to at least get one more going right here. So let's get two more out. We'll separate those two because we don't want to do that same mistake again. Pop one guy right there. And there's two in here now, so let's actually just pull both of them out. Make one more solar panel. Pop him down right over here. And now it's doubling our output to make even more power. Which means we are getting 48, so we're getting 96 RF, or not RF, energy per tick. So at this point, I think it's very safe to say we can just take an energy acceptor. We can break this guy and just pop him right there. And this should be getting us a whole bunch of power. Now you can see we have 128, essentially 128 input right now. Because I can probably break that gold cable, honestly, and put a different one there. But that should be fine for now. And then we can just go ahead and put these guys back in the system right now. Oops. Must have pulled out of there accidentally. Let's put all that back in there. And hopefully everything is ready now to get these two more done. Let's see how many gold pins we have left in here. So it looks like we can go ahead and make another one right now. So we have one already. So let's see. We pull this out right here. Can we just go ahead and start creating this one? So it looks like all we're missing is the final advanced integrated circuit to get the third one. But I think I want to make four. So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to get the fourth one. That's really honestly fine though. I don't mind waiting a bit longer to get the fifth one, or the fourth one. Hopefully this goes pretty fast though. So with these two now, I can go ahead and add this guy right here. Get ourselves one more of these solar panels. And just pop him down right there, generating another 38 RF per tick. Now the whole point of this is that it just backstuffs this battery, because this battery will, at night, that will be our back storage because these guys won't be running at night. I'll be trying to sleep as much as I can so that doesn't happen, but in case I forget to sleep or I'm in another dimension, that should work fine. And now that we have this right here, I feel perfectly safe getting myself more range upgrades because I need more range upgrades desperately. What I can also do is I'm pretty sure I can make more of these wireless access points and just place them throughout, so that might actually be something I do for the base here. We'll see about that though. And have on like the peripherals in my base have those access points have all the energy or the range upgrades in them. Looks like I have 3 extra ones because I'm trying to get through. Right. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, is I'm probably going to get myself a whole bunch of stuff crafted up. Probably get myself some more cables because now that we have more power, I really want to focus on getting everything storage bust up, which means we're going to start getting into some more fun things. The first thing we're going to have to get into is if we go to apply energistics. I think it's called dense cable. We're going to have to get ourselves some dense smart cable because I want to know how much channels we have on stuff. We're also going to have to get ourselves some of these normal cables as well, and we can also get those into smart cables. Smart cables just show how many channels you have left, which is why I want to use them. What I'm going to be able to do with this is I'm going to be able to know how much channels I have in the area. So what I plan on doing is probably running a dense cable all the way to over here so I get all these guys hooked up to my storage. I'm only probably going to hook these guys up. I don't think I'm going to hook the nuggets up, but I'm definitely going to hook all these guys up over here. And these guys, I've been adding extra ones on, so I just kind of had those there. I'll definitely also add these guys over here as well as I don't want to jump over there. I might eat them stuff up. I'll be putting a storage bus on all these guys over here. And these guys have been dropping stuff because I've been trying to find the right amount to drop so it doesn't waste, but it doesn't go too negative. So I'll probably bring this back down to 32 now. So that is my plan for now, and that's what we're going to be doing next. I crafted up a few of those things that I mentioned I would, and I also crafted up a few extra things that I thought would be very interesting to show you guys. The first thing I want to show you guys was these cable facades. Now you can see this has an area around it, and that doesn't look too good. So if you right-click any terminal with any type of facade, you can actually put the facade around it, so now you can't see any around it. To make these facades is actually very simple. It won't let me click R, but to make the facade, if we can take it out for a second, you just go right here and then put your any type of block in the middle. So it's actually quite useful to have. Now, I already did my first bit of automation with this. It wasn't too much, but I wanted to get at least something done. And that is actually automating Certus quartz. Essentially what I'm doing right now is I'm making the Certus quartz seeds in here. I'm having it get inputted into here using a brass filter to drop it. Now this means it'll only drop one stack at a time. I do this because if it drops one at a time, it will wait every single time for that one to be done. So having it 64 would be the best. Then here I have a smart chute. What a smart chute does is it's essentially a normal chute that you can put a filter on. And you can see I have a filter right there. What that filter has on is Certus quartz crystals. That way, only the Certus quartz crystals will get sucked in and not the little baby seeds. Otherwise, this will get jammed and clogged up. And I also have an inscriber down here with 3 acceleration upgrades in it. These acceleration upgrades are made by advanced cards with a shimmer dust, and these are made with 3 silver plates, 2 diamonds, 1 shimmer, and a calculation processor. What is this happening? I also have these growth crystals. These growth crystals here, what they do is just rapidly increase this from 20 minutes to more like 20 seconds. You can see here it has increased my energy usage, but that is fine because as you guys know I have a whole bunch of solar panels upstairs, and you can see this is pretty much always staying the same and always staying full because I have 3 panels up there. I just want to show you guys that pretty quickly. That's why I have this done, because I need a lot of Certus quartz for this, to be honest with you. So, as I told you guys, I want to run a giant dense cable all the way down to my area over there so I can get some storage buses hooked up. However, these guys are very expensive. Even if I don't use these smart ones, these guys are still very expensive themselves. Essentially, one cable is 4 cables. So how do I not have to use all these cables? That is to use P2P tunnels. I think it's called point-to-point or peer-to-peer. How this works is we can pop it down right here, and then we can take our P2P tunnel and pop it right there. However, you guys can see this thing is offline because it needs to be connected. So how are we going to connect it? First, we're going to take our cable anchor. We're going to pop it right there. What this does is makes this not connect, so we don't have to connect to the bottom cable right here. Then we can just simply pop this over here, and this P2P device is now connected. You can see the P2P device does take up a channel. So we're now at 2 channels, or 1 channel right here. To use this P2P tunnel now, we need to take our memory card. First, we can clear it by shift right clicking. Once it's cleared, we can come over here and shift right click on this guy right here. These 4 colors are the, I guess you could say, channel of this P2P tunnel. You can see the frequency in the top corner, right up, I guess, well, let me see it. The frequency is 2FA4. We could take this now and run downstairs. Now, as you can see, I did already run a cable down over here. But before we go a bit further, what we can do is I can show you one thing that's interesting about these cables as well. Now, this doesn't look that good because it's peeking out. We can also use these facades to block the cable right there, so it looks like it's a full block right there. Now, if we run across this, we can come over here and we can set our PP tunnel down on this end. We'll take our smart cable, we'll just pop it right here. We'll take our PP tunnel and put it on the side right there. We can then put our cable there and connect it up. Now we can take our guy here and just right click, do not shift right click, and that will connect it up to the top over there. What is nice about this is now we have it connected all the way over here using these channels. Now, one of the channels is right down here because that's how that is connected. I could change that by having it connect to these guys over here, but I think that's fine for me for right now. Now that we have our cables over here, we can do a few things. First thing I want to do is pretty simple. I like starting a normal of these guys just come out right here. Now you can put 4 of these guys out to go in different directions. Now what I want to do is I'm fine with just using these normal cables now and connecting all these storage buses under here, and then I'll probably want another one right over here to connect to over here, and then I think I have enough cables on this to run and connect it to over there as well. That way we'll be using about 16 of these channels. I think we might need a little bit more for the 17th one. That way I can just run a cable either on the top here or on the bottom underneath it. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to probably have to go ahead and craft myself some of those storage buses. Now, storage buses are made... Storage, there we go. Storage buses are made like this. A piston, a sticky piston, and a ME interface. ME interfaces are pretty simple to make. They require 2 glass, 4 silver plates, a formation, and an annihilation core. These are probably the more expensive pieces, so I'm probably gonna have to see myself making a whole bunch of shimmer in the near future, or shimmer dust. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft those guys up, and then I'll be able to connect them all to the bottom here, and then we bring that back in. I can show you guys how these channels work down here. I have most of the storage buses set up, but I want to do the last one with you guys so you guys can see how it works. So let's shift click it onto here. What we need to do now is open up the inventory and have it set to bottom input as well as bottom output. This is so it can input and output from the same side. Next, when you come in here, put it as a priority of 10. This is very important because if you see here, it's higher priority in insertion, so it's always going to try to put clay balls in here first, but if this is full and it gets put into my drives over there, the drives will then, as you can see, get pulled out first because they're a lower priority. That way, any excess that gets dumped into my drives will be always used first, which is very important for us. Now all you have to do now is just connect up the cable right there, and this guy should be good to go. If we look inside here now, you can see I have clay balls active. And once again, if we do this very simply, let's look at coal for example right here. You can see it coming in and coming out. Now that we have all this set up, I want to show you guys how it works with the drive, or I guess slides right here. So you can see in total, I'm using 21 channels down here. 5 channels are being used over there where the where the secondary processes are happening, right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then, right down here, we have another 5 channels being used. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't know where the 5th one is, actually. I don't know why there's 5 there. Oh, actually, because that one's going to right here, that's 5. The bottom one right here is using 4 channels, and that's the 4 I was talking about right there. Is that 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, I did add one of these guys over here because it made sense in my opinion. And then, as I said, these 5 are going right to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then finally, these 7 are going here. Now, you guys can see I do have excess channels. However, I don't really need them right now, so I don't have a reason to. Whenever I get more stuff automated down here, I can always pull off the channels if need be. However, you guys see I have 21 right here. But when we go up to the roof, you guys can see I have 22 channels in use. Now, you might be wondering why, and that's because this PP channel is also taking one of those channels. So just be careful, guys, not to use all your channels down there in case you are using one of them for your PP tunnel. Because if that happens, what will happen is these guys will gray out and it will stop working. You guys can see here we're using around 60-ish RF, maybe 61 on average. So now that we have all that said and done, let's put these guys back in here. What I'm doing right now for this, if you guys are wondering, is I'm kind of waiting for all those to be used up. I put a lever on here, so this only runs when redstone is off. So when redstone is on, this guy won't pull out from here, but this guy will still drop, but it won't pull any more out, so this will just eventually turn to 0. I'm waiting for this guy to backstep so I can turn it back on, because I don't want that one guy down there to backstep, because then this will kind of just start despawning them. After seeing how much time I've left in the episode, I think this is a pretty good wrapping up point, because what I want to do next is actually quite large. Making all of those storage buses used up a lot of my silver. You guys can see I only have a stack of plates left and 26 ingots left. That is barely enough to make as much as I need right here. I could barely make, 16 more of these, and I have a lot more stuff I need to put storage buses on. So, what are we going to do? Next episode, I want to work on automating silver production. As I already mentioned to you guys, over here, I actually plan on automating silver. And I'm going to do that in a pretty simple way. At least I'd like to think it's pretty simple. I am going to remove this guy over here. Well, I've already removed parts of it, you guys can see over here. I am going to probably decrease this by 2 or 3 lava pools because I don't need this many pieces over here for this to run at full force. I'll be breaking, honestly, probably be just tearing this entire thing down so I can rebuild it in a more correct way. You guys can see I do have the calcite stacking up, so essentially what we have to do is make limestone. Limestone, if you can see, is made by, let's see, it's made by dripstone, so let's go to limestone. You'll see why I'm getting these in a second. So limestone is made by flint, moon sand, pointed dripstone, and lava. Pointed dripstone is made by putting water on top of calcite to get 3 pointed dripstones. This is why I'm stacking up all the calcite right here. So this guy is over here is essentially going to be deleted because I don't need it. So we're gonna have a lot less need for gravel. So there'll be a lot less need for something this big, which will also, fortunately, also save us some of our stress. If you guys can't tell, I actually completely forgot to tell you guys at the beginning of the episode is I actually built a third boiler because I was running out of power again. And I mean, I had 50,000 power left, but I kind of wanted to go ahead and build another boiler just to future-proof because I knew I was going to work on this probably next, or I guess I am going to work on this next episode. So that is kind of next episode's plan, and that is to get silver automated and probably do a little bit more automation with applied energistics as well. Now that we have it available, I want to just do as much automation as I can. And once we get silver automated too, I'll definitely go ahead and start automating the guys up here by getting them automated by making both the integrated circuits as well as the advanced circuits automated. Because right now, it's nighttime, so I'm going to sleep. Because right now it's just semi-automatic, and I want to make everything automatic because automatic is more fun. So, as I said, this is going to be the wrapping up point. Thank you guys very much for watching this 14th episode of my Create Astral Let's Play series. Next episode, we're working on automating silver and doing some more AE2 automation. Thank you guys very much for watching this episode. I will see you guys next episode. Can't even time to say episode, not 2 seconds right there. Probably way too many times. Once again, guys, I'll see you guys later. Have a nice day. Bye, guys.